sealed Pokemon cards will never be the same. Let me show you why. There is now a company that is taking their industrial CT scanners, putting sealed Pokemon and other trading card products into the scanner, and they can identify which cards are in a sealed booster pack, booster bundle, booster box, you name it, because of the fidelity of their CT scanners. If you look here, there's a great little GIF of what's going on. They put it in their CT scanner right here on the right side of your screen. And from there, they're able to identify what's inside the pack. This is an example of a Blastoise. The gray section is their image from the CT scanner, and they're overlaying that with what the card actually looks like. I mean, look at this. You can tell that's Blastoise there because of his gun tank over his right shoulder. This is just a case study, but the problem is they're now offering this as a service where you can pay them to do this. Look at this Magic Jordan card. You can clearly see this is a Magic Jordan. If you know what the outline of a particular card is, it's pretty easy to identify because of the fidelity of their industrial CT scanners, which card is going to be in that pack. I don't want to promote what they're doing here. I'm only doing this just for awareness because there are some serious implications with this happening in the trading card space. I mean, look at these images of Charizard and Venusaur from Celebrations. Celebrations. You can clearly tell those are Charizard and Venusaur. Look at this from Twilight Masquerade. This is a booster box. This is a booster box that was just released a month ago, and they can see exactly what cards are in it. It is, I think from a scientific standpoint, nerdy, fascinating, but from a Pokemon collecting and seller standpoint, this is terrible. Very bad. No good. And look at this. We're going to swipe. This is Evolving Skies booster pack, by the way. When I swipe right, you can tell what card is going to be in those booster packs. And just to be clear, this is going to be terrible for the collecting space, especially when it comes to vintage products, at least in the Pokemon sphere that I'm a part of. When you buy vintage booster packs, you already have to assume that they've been weighed. What does that mean? There is a culture within the Pokemon space that before 2000, like early 2000s, when Pokemon added those code cards in the booster packs, vintage Pokemon cards were weighed because that foil on a holo hit actually weighed just a little bit more and made the pack heavy. So people sell at a premium heavy booster packs because they've actually weighed the card. This is on a completely different level. Now, if you're trying to hunt for a specific Charizard or specific holo from like early vintage cards, because you can see straight through it, people are going to take advantage of that. They're going to potentially send all their packs in and then sell everybody all the duds and keep all the good ones sealed for themselves or sell them at a premium. This is not good. 2, this also ruins the variability and the chance of opening up a Pokemon pack. You know, when you go to open these packs, it's kind of like that fun little euphoric, oh, I got a great hit. Like that is completely gone. Something else to consider is the fact that you could potentially send this company your booster packs and not receive the same ones back. How do we know, and how does the community have trust into this particular company when they're brand new on the scene? They, based on the information that we have from what they've stated openly out in public and privately to YouTubers in the Pokemon space that they're trying to target for this service or to promote this service for them, they have specifically said like this is a brand new service. They don't have the logistics all set up. It's borderline sketchy. Now, I wouldn't call it a scam per se. That would not be accurate at this time. But there are some serious concerns about the safety and security of the booster packs that potential customers send to these individuals. How do we know we're getting the same ones back? If it's just a booster pack, there's no way to identify it unless there's an individual serial number on it. that's potentially the only way to be able to identify this is the booster pack I sent into them. I wanted to highlight a particular section on this company's website that I found rather repulsive. It's them trying to manipulate the reader into believing that this company is the good guy, that what they're doing is noble. A note to the reader: we've been reading the commentary surrounding our review of the ability to CT scan an image opening unopened Pokemon cards and collector packs. Reasonably, there is controversy around it if it's a good or bad thing. We have not taken a position on it. You're literally selling a service for this, so clearly you have taken a position on it. However, now that the method is public, which you were part of the process that made it public, is it fair that it's limited to a small subset of people? They're charging $75 for one pack being CT scanned. Not everyone has $75 on top of packs worthy of being scanned. So this, we're helping the little people, the masses. Don't give me that BS, man. We've taken a position that making this technology available to the general public evens the playing field against wealthy investors and bad actors working in secret. I don't know about you. How many people do you know that have a CT scanner in their home or access to a CT scanner to be able to do this? They make it seem like all these wealthy people or bad actors were doing this on their own. This has only come about within like the last month or so. And I'm willing to admit that there is a possibility that this was happening in secret, as they stated. But let's not be coy here. They are trying to make it seem like they're the good guy. We're revealing this. We're just doing like the work that's already been done. Oh, it's out in the open, so now we're going to help everybody. Like, it's BS. It's not true. This is not helpful. Forum and comment sections seem unified that it's not a question of scanning service will be available, but when. Okay, so like you're the ones making it when. Like, what are we talking about here? They're making it seem like, oh, this was inevitable. This was only inevitable until someone actually did it. And from my understanding and my being in the Pokemon space for a while now, this was not a thing. If this is true, wouldn't it be better to offer service immediately to prevent small number of people from taking advantage of themselves by themselves? Again, this company is not our hero in shining armor. They're trying to make money and off a process and off a technology that only extremely small subset of either companies or people have access to. They're making it seem like they're just doing this out of the goodness of their heart, but they're not. They're trying to make money off of you and other people and bad actors. They want to make more money. This is really all there is. They have a technology that a small subset of people actually own, and using that technology, they're ruining the Pokemon, like the TCG space. In a way, it feels like Pandora's box has been opened. There is no legitimate way for you, a collector, to look at a sealed Pokemon pack and know if it's been scanned or not. You have to now have an extreme amount of trust, even more trust, when buying products online or from people that aren't reputable, because for all you know, they use this service and you're getting a dud pack. And when we're talking about vintage product, which is like $200 plus right now for certain like base set packs or whatever pack you're looking for, you have to assume now that they've been scanned. We know Pokemon weighing packs has been a thing, and you could go to a store and buy a less than $20 weight to do it yourself, which doesn't seem like it's worth it in the long run. But when you have technology that can actually see what's inside the pack, it changes the value structure of that particular pack at any moment. Because if I have a booster box of base set cards, or base set packs, right? And I lay them out all on the table, you know if they came straight from the box and it was sealed properly, right? It's most likely not been weighed and not been sealed. And that's something you can trust in. But if it's just a bunch of booster packs that you have no idea where they came from, if they came straight out of a box or not, you have no idea if they've been scanned. You just don't. You don't know if you're buying duds anymore when it comes to eBay. Spaces or online stores that are selling these cards and these booster packs. You have to assume that this is happening to the product that you're buying, unless it's someone you extremely trust. Trading card space where there's a lot of scamming and a lot of people trying to take advantage, like this is perfect for those people. They can extract value from packs that they know have high value cards in it, and then make money off suckers who go and buy the dud packs that they go sell themselves. Like that is going to happen. It will continue to happen. And hopefully by now you can catch my drift in this. I'm not an advocate for this. Like this is just not going to be good for any trading card space. I mean, look, we were looking at what? Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, One Piece. They can see through these things, man. It's absolutely insane. And this whole BS that we're just helping the little man, this was already out there, we're giving it to the masses, it's all bullcrap. It just straight up is. This is not a technology that everyone has access to. And looking at their pricing structure, it's absolutely insane. $75 for 1 to 5 booster packs. That is crazy. Oh, by the way, per pack. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no way it cost them $75. There is no way it cost them $75. You know what the profit margin is on that thing? I mean, this is an industrial CT scanning service. They do this for other companies, business to business, to scan their items that, you know, for imperfections inside, right? Like they don't have this company and started this company to do Pokemon packs. Oh my God. Oh, and it gets worse. I didn't read this earlier. Because of the explosion we've seen and we received from the calls from reporters and stuff, the endless requests to scan packs and kits from collectors, investors, and card stores is 17,000% spike in our traffic on our website. The demand is clear. Hold on. Just because people go to your website doesn't mean there's a demand for your service or product. Yes, you're probably getting demand from calls and reporters and stuff asking about what this is because it's a completely new thing within the space. They're acting as if this has been happening for so long. I'm sorry, but the numbers they suggest imply that this wasn't happening, that people are interested about this because they want to either A, take advantage of other people by having this service provided to them, or B, just interested because it's a brand new thing within the space. Again, you are not the knight in shining armor. That's why we've worked around the clock to develop a reliable method to provide an affordable cost per pack for CT scanning. Pandora's box is open. Jump on in. Come on in, guys. Pandora's box is open. Oh my gosh. This marketing is just so insidious. Look, this is just pure marketing. This is just pure misrepresenting what they're doing. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. You know that they do not know the terminology and the jargon and then the community. Below is an M Blastoise EX from XY Evolution's kit. They moved to entire kits. They're talking about booster boxes. Again, they don't know what they're talking about. Look at the words that they're using. This isn't just, oh, we're here to help the community. They don't know the jargon. They don't know what words the community uses. They call it entire kits. Guys, they're booster boxes. I've seen a lot of discussion about what's Pokemon Company going to do to combat this? How are people going to get around this? How are the other TCGs going to defend against these kind of services? And my question is, why would they be obligated to do that in the first place? If a company is just printing millions of sheets of Pokemon cards or any other TCG, asking that company to now research and develop to find a way to combat this particular way of looking at the inside of a booster pack is asking them to spend hundreds, maybe millions of dollars in R&D on top of the like procuring new inks or whatever they're trying to do to combat this, or lining for the foil, on top of introducing that into their logistics and their supply and supply chain, and then implement that into their factories. It is an unrealistic ask to have these companies who make our TCGs do that. It's not going to happen. It's not cost effective. It's cost prohibitive. So I keep seeing this discourse online and in forums and on like Reddit pages and in other YouTube videos talking about what these companies are going to do to combat this. And there is no financial incentive for them to do it. On top of the fact this is already happening to stuff already printed. There was billions of Pokemon cards printed in the last year alone. Just to be absolutely clear, this company, all the TCGs, they're trying to make money. That is it. They don't care about our feelings. They don't care about our collections. They don't care about us having sealed product. All they care about is making profit. So asking them to make less profit, do extra work so they can combat these CT scanning services is unrealistic. It's not based in reality, and it's not going to happen. You know, moving forward, if you go to buy a vintage pack, you need to be certain that this didn't happen. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a ton of money. And unfortunately, there is no way to definitively know if they've been CT scanned or not. So it's going to require you as a consumer to do more homework, more research, and find reputable people who haven't done this service. How you do that, to be honest, I'm not sure. There is no way at the moment for us to combat this. This is brand new to the community. No matter what this company says, this is not new. This is not something that's been around for a long time. Maybe an extremely small subset of people in extremely niche like areas, but this is not something that's been around in the community for any time frame. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about this particular service? Would it be something you'd be willing to use? I'm curious because I truly want to understand if the general public and the masses really want this service or not.